Why am I pointing to the sky right here? Because, well, at this time next year, in fact, earlier than this time next year, probably around May, there's going to be a 420-foot spike to match that guy that used to be called Top Thrill Dragster. Now it's going to be called, maybe you don't like the name, maybe you do. It's going to be called Top Thrill 2. You can see the construction walls on it right now. Of course, this was the original Strata coaster. It was the tallest coaster in the world when it opened in 2003 with a 0 to 120 mile per hour launch up that 420-foot tower, very similar to King Ka. But now what they're going to do, it's going to launch 73, 74 miles per hour, about a quarter of the way up that tower, and then go backwards at 101 mile per hour. Well, not all the way up. I don't know how high it's going to go up that 420-foot spike, but then it's going to go back, hitting that original 120 mile per hour speeds, and then it's going to basically be what the original ride was. I cannot wait for this thing. I mean, backwards at 101 miles per hour. Considering that is the second fastest launch on this ride, it's still the 5th fastest launch on any roller coaster in the world. So it has 2 of the top 5 fastest launches, any speed experiences on any coaster in the world. So I can't wait. Maybe because you can't get as close to King Ka as you can to Dragster, this just looks so much taller than King Ka, even though it's, what, 36 feet shorter? What an absolutely massive structure. Guess what, all? It's roller coaster time, and not just roller coaster time. Cedar Point, roller coaster time, 10 a.m. You know when the videos go live. Today's Saturday, September 23rd. Cool little statue there for a ride called Iron Dragon, the 4th Arrow suspended coaster that I'm covering for the channel. 4 for 4. There's only 4 in the US, 5 in the world. The only other one is a ride called Vampire in the United Kingdom, Chessington Worlds of Adventure, I believe. I am not doing that for the channel. One day, maybe. But yes, Iron Dragon opened, as they mostly all did, late 80s, early 90s. This was 1987 with a height of 76 feet, 40 miles per hour. These are very much, for the most part, family roller coasters, no inversions. It's like an invert, but it's just kind of more of like a scenic journey with some drops and some helixes. Pretty much universally, of the 4 in the States, almost everyone says this is the weakest one. And I did ride this in 2018. You know, going into this today, I kind of agreed. The other 3, much better, especially Vortex and Canada's Wonderland. That ride was so good. That's great too. What's the other one? Oh, Ninja Magic Mountain. Those are all pretty fun. It's a great. We'll see how Iron Dragon stacks up with those 3. Let's hop on, get this over with early in the day, because the line gets way too long for this ride type later on. So I wonder what these are for. All right, that was a fun ride on the Top Thrill 2 Transit Authority. Seriously, if you want some cool shots of the Top Thrill construction site, ride Iron Dragon. That's pretty much the best part of the ride at this point. Yeah, it's the weakest of the 4 suspendeds that I've done so far. It's not a bad ride by any means. I wouldn't call it rough. It just doesn't do much. The end is fun. Has a nice water setting where you go through some helixes, very, very low to the water. The end is the best part of the ride. And I guess, you know, pretty setting. The beginning of the ride is like through some trees. Couple of left tilts. But yeah, you get awesome shots of what's going on with Top Thrill 2. That was a nice little bonus of the ride. It's just okay, though. It's definitely one of the weaker roller coasters here at Cedar Point. I mean, it's, how old? 36 years old now? That's fine. 5.64. You know, if there's no weight, which it kind of can get a weight, so a little word of advice. Kind of try to hit it first thing if you're cred hunting. So 5.64 Iron Dragon, the Arrow suspended roller coaster here at Cedar Point. You know I'm gonna keep this going all the way to October. That's 3 down, 10 or 11 to go. Cedar Point. You gotta get here. You gotta get here. It's like, if you even, I'm not even saying enthusiast, just if you have a slight liking of roller coasters, get to Cedar Point one day. One of the greatest places in the world for it. So that's it. That's Iron Dragon. Like, comment, subscribe. You know where I'll see you tomorrow.